Hey guys, it's Dennis Hill from Connecticut Grappling Mixed Martial Arts. I'm here with Jeff Massey, and today we're going to go over a hold that I'm sure most of you know, but the arm bar, some of you may know, some of you may not know. So let's take a look at it. I'm going to hold him in a regular kezigatami, which I know is taboo in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, but it's done a lot in Judo and done a lot in wrestling. Han kezigatami. A couple of pointers that we'll talk about today. One is, I want to make sure that Jeff carries my weight plus pressure and that the mat doesn't carry my weight. I want to make sure I keep the pressure coming down on this side of him, so if I half man him, everything's on this side, and I don't cross that line so I get turned. How you do that, if you look at my feet, if I keep my feet like this, I'm not going to feel very heavy on him. If I come up on my toes and I drive down like this, I'm going to feel really heavy on Jeff. I also want to make sure my hand stays really tight over here around his neck. And now let's release the pressure and talk about this arm. You want to make sure this wrist is as high under your armpit as possible so you can clamp down. If this wrist is lower, it's easier for him to get away. This must be high. And I want to make sure that I am welding his arm around my body and I am twisting so that it becomes really tricky. So if Jeff moves a little bit, you'll see it becomes hard for him to get away. If I start to switch my hold to what's called pillow hold or Makuri kezigatami, it's going to help me to set up the arm bar. So if I grab in here to solidify the hold, if I grab around his elbow and I make a knuckle grip and I squeeze like this, it's going to start to crush his shoulder. It's not going to feel good and the submission is there. So again, if I go pillow hold version over here, I'm releasing the pressure on Jeff so he doesn't get crushed from that downward pressure. If you see when you weld this in turn, this elbow pops up. If I grab, and now I start to sink my body and lift up. So I'm sinking and lifting. That puts a lot of pressure on his shoulder. Right, Jeff? And there you go. It's a simple arm bar that you can do from basic kezigatami. Thanks so much.